taking a good look at 3D models of all goods in a store before adding them to your cart. Handy. Speaking of augmentations, people themselves will become enhanced. Microchips embedded into your skin instead of a paper or plastic ID. Bionic limbs having all the functions real.
Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh Bashim Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. It's all praises who the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. By Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful light preaching word and truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And let me wait for 1 second. Let me pull up this Bible lab. And as you saw on the screen, man, you can see that the times are here where, all things are going to speak at the end, like the scriptures say. Now, this is 2 Ezra 9:1. Now, you have men out there not preaching this to the foolish, right? Tap dancing around the issue, and what that's going to do is it's going to cause the flock to go straight, and that blood's going to be on their own hands, because it was written, give the people warning from me, right? But if you don't sound that trumpet and that alarm, then what's going to happen? The people will not prepare themselves. We're set up as watchmen over the flock, so you have to watch and let the flock know when trouble's coming. This is 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure the time diligently in yourself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, I'm gonna jump down actually, because we're seeing all the signs that's in the earth now, and now we're seeing what the prophecies are speaking at the end. This is verse 4. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things for the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath the beginning and the end is manifest, even so the times of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. You see? So this is the ending and effects and signs. When you go to what is that? Habakkuk 2. Right? Let me see, Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I'll watch to see what he will say to me, or what I shall answer when I am reproved. Right? And this is what we're supposed to do. Stand upon our watch, meaning we have to look into the scriptures, know the prophecies. We have to have eaten the whole roll, and then what? Look at the news. Look at what's coming out. Look at the trends and the uptick in certain information, to put out the proper warning. This is what's written in the scriptures, right? It says, verse 2, it says, Yahweh, it says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain. What is the vision? It's the prophecies. Make it plain upon tables that he may run that read it, that meaning break it down. Make it easy to be understood, right? Because when you go into Revelation 13 and 16, right? Those words can trip people up because they don't understand it, right? When people think about the beast, they're thinking, when a normal Christian thinks about the beast, what are they imagining? Some mythical creature with horns, right? And they're thinking about the devil with red horns and all that. They're thinking about that, right? They're not thinking about what? There's a power structure on the earth that replicates that power of a beast, right? That embodies the power of a beast, right? So when you go to Revelation 13:15, when it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? That the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. When they see that, this is what needs to be broken down and made plain, right? When you go into the scriptures, right, that beast was actually, right? The Roman Empire had a beast structure because what? It had a bunch of vassal states and a bunch of treaties, right? You can read about one of those treaties in the Book of Maccabees, where those nations would come to the aid of the Roman Empire if ever an enemy rose up against it, right? Just like now, NATO and the EU have that same pact, where if anybody attacks or causes any trouble for any of those allies, all the other allies come in to combat that force, right? This is that same beast that's back today and has been revived, and it's gonna make an image. That image is going to a system that is going to be brought forth where you have to either bow down and submit yourself to it, or you're going to be put to death. And that image is that new world order, that new world order system, right? When you go into what Klaus Schwab and all his all that rhetoric that they're spewing out of that, what are they saying? At some point, and the apostle put it out, a video today on I forgot what the platform is, but Klaus Schwab's telling you that at some point, we're gonna have brain interfacing microchips and we'll put it in the brains or put it under skin to connect directly to the digital world, right? This is all going into the scriptures, right? This is all scripture. This is all prophecy, right? And if I wasn't having a situation right now with a fucking demon, man, I would be able to pull that video up. But hey, the Lord didn't want it, I guess. It says verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Right? What is that mark? You have to go into these things. This is the stuff that needs to be spoken of, that needs to be spoken on, because it said back in Habakkuk 2 and 4, it says back in Habakkuk 2 and 3, it says, "For the vision is yet at the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come." All the time, the M.O.B, right, is being consistently talked about in either technological forms, news articles, this CBD, or what is it? I'm forgetting the acronym for it. But this whole new monetary system that's coming out, and even I read on an article today that you had El Salvador just adopted cryptocurrency as a new currency, as a new legal tender. So what is that, man? It's all going into that new world order system where everything's going to be made digital, and for you to bow down to it, you're going to have to receive something in your flesh, in your body, to be part of it, right? Now it says, verse 16, it says, "And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma," right? Because that's what that word is there. You got to speak kind of in code when you read this, because they be taking brothers' videos down just for simply talking about this particular prophecy. This is wow, it's really not pulling it up. Salakia, let me just. I really was not trying to pull it up. Revelation, wow. So Revelation 13, right? When you go into that word mark or charagma, right? Wow. Right? My internet's out, so I can't pull it up. But that word for that word there for mark or charagma is charagma, which goes into an imprinted mark, right? When you go into the root words, it just goes even further, and really it just details the entire workings of what these devils want to implant inside of everybody to show your allegiance to this new system, because you're gonna have to take that mark, which all goes back to what the all right? In the law, right? Let me see this. This is right back in Deuteronomy 15 and and I started 16, and it shall be. I started 15. Deuteronomy 15 and 15. And thou shalt remember that thou was a bondman in the land of Egypt, and Yahweh thy power redeemed thee. Therefore I command thee this day. I command thee this thing today. It says, and it shall be if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee in thine house, because he is well with thee. Then thou shalt take an awl and thrust it through his ear unto the door, and he shall be thy servant forever. And it says, and also unto thy maid servants shalt thou do likewise. You see, so if you sit here and you get pursed through, right? Because right, the scriptures tell you that right? The scriptures tell you this, Isaiah 40 and 1. It says, comfort ye, my people, say Yahweh. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her, that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received Yahweh's hand double for all her sins. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of Yahweh, make straight in the desert a highway for our power. You see, so the Lord said our warfare was accomplished. So right, so that's at the basically is spiritually tied into the law, where basically you served out your bond period, right? Your servitude period, and now you have the choice to go free or stay in a bondage. And at the end of the day, in the book of Revelation, right, at that time of Revelation 13 and 16 and 17, right, that is a time where you get to choose whether or not you're going to be a free man under the Lord, or you're going to be a servant under Esau and be in his household or the Lord's. This is why, if you take this, you're not going to be any of the Lord's, but you're going to be of what? The wicked ones. You're going to be of his household. This is why there's so much of a dreadful, right? A dreadful judgment if you take what this devil has to offer. Go back to that. Now let me read on. It says Revelation 13 and 15. It says he needed power to give life unto the image of the beast. Right? And I'll cover what the beast is, right? I gave you a quick summary of it. It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. It says, and he causes all, both small and poor, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? Look up that word right there. Well, I replaced it. It said charagma. Look it up. In the Greek, it says, is that no man by herself save he that hath the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, meaning the marking, right? That all put through you. If you don't have that, what? They're gonna cut you off of this society, right? So these people that take that, right? You're gonna be had in a terrible spate. This is Revelation 14 and what is it? 14 and follow after another. And 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, and saying, with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, right? So if you take that, right, just like if you're gonna take this devil's inoculations, right? It's the inoculation is not the M.O.B, but if you take it, it's building up an entire mindset to compromise and take whatever this devil gives you, right? Because if you take that, you know it's against everything. You know you shouldn't be getting it, but you still do it. It's going to build up a mind of, okay, I didn't die from that. I'm going to take this too, or I'm just gonna blindly do against what the Lord said. This is what it does, right? It says, verse 9 again, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in its image and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, right? Into a cup of his indignation. That word indignation means righteous anger, right? It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, right? So if you take it out, you're going to be destroyed. And that fire and brimstone is talking about is those missiles, man. So if you take it, you're going to be you're going to get burnt up by the Heavenly Father. And you don't know how long the Lord is going to keep your soul in your body. Right? People burn their hands on a stove and they lose their damn minds. Imagine if the Lord keeps your soul in your body for minutes on end, right? While your flesh is just getting flayed away by fire, man. It says, in the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, just meaning a long time, and they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth his charagma of his name. Right? So Lord willing, this is edifying, man. Don't take what this devil has to offer. Any of it. Shalom.